Alrighty. Last we left
Good.
off, you ventured outside of the tower after a couple hours of deliberation, but Strahd was nowhere to be found. Venturing forth into the woods, making your way towards the werewolf's den, Anderson met Zulika at the entrance. In exchange for tools needed to regain his power, he promises to release her husband from Strahd's basement if the opportunity arises. Eventually making your way northeast towards Mount Baratok. After setting up a camp near a fallen tree, offering a little bit of reprieve from the cold and the snow, but not chancing it to light a fire, with all the threats lurking in the night. On the last watch with Asterius and Temperance, they encountered who could only be assumed as the Mad Mage, the one that you were looking for. You eventually wake from your long rest as first light makes its way through the trees. What do you do?
So we stopped as the Mad Mage was approaching us?
No, so to give you, I guess, a little more background, you guys stopped for the night, and
Right.
during your watch, you guys were the last watch, so I can't remember whose watch it was, but somebody encountered a goat walking through the woods. I think it might have been the first watch.
Okay.
And
No. Yeah. And then, the wizard was at the last watch, which was...
Asterius and Temperance. And as he made eye contact with you, you would remember that he had shouted, "You think my magic has grown weak? Think again. You'll never catch me." And then ran barefoot through the woods, running away from you to the north.
Little gingerbread feet.
Temperance was this close to chasing after him, but Asterius held her back to
Yeah, that's probably pretty wise. Just in general, not doing that is a good call.
Good call, your character.
I think he'll go ahead and wake up the rest of the party at this point then.
Oh, fuck me. You missed it, but we grew a level.
Oh
yeah!
I'm gonna handle that on the side real quick.
Yeah, take care of do your thing.
Yeah.
Somebody would have told him that.
I forgot. It skipped my mind.
That's what you get for turning into a goat.
Level 8, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, Asterius is going to wake up the rest of the party upon hearing what is assumed to be the Mad Mage.
Yeah. Guys, rouse from your slumber a little bit hurriedly, quicker than you would like. But the morning is yours, and the general vicinity seems relatively safe. The footsteps of the Mad Mage long gone. You don't hear them. What do you do?
Temperance, still kind of excited about this, tries to tell everyone, like, he was here, he ran that way, we should go do it now. That way it's done.
You guys didn't stop him? Oh, goodness.
5 more minutes.
It's better
Anderson,
Mom,
get up, let's
no,
go.
I don't
He's-
want
he's-
eggs now. I just want to keep.
Panton, the mage.
What?
The mage was here.
I just
We
want
need to move. We need to move now. Temperance has got it. We gotta go catch him.
What did you say?
Don't let me carry you.
I was saying it was wiser to alert the rest of the party than it would be to rush in alone.
No, what did the mage say?
Something about his spell casting, his spells growing weak, and that they were fools to think that, or something like along those lines.
Huh.
Okay, was
Doesn't
he
sound
talking
too
to
crazy.
a goat or was he talking to you?
He
DM?
was talking at
Oh.
us.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by a goat.
There's rumors that he talks to goats. Did you see the goat?
No.
I didn't see a goat.
I saw the goat.
You saw a goat?
I guess I saw a
Hey.
goat. I don't know if it was the
Wait,
goat.
you saw a goat? Wait, did you tell me you saw a goat? I don't
I
remember.
told
if
you I
me.
saw a goat. You
Okay,
remember
you
I
did,
told
that's
you I
right.
saw it.
I do now. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it's been
Guys.
2 weeks.
Nora's like hurriedly gathering up all of the supplies and stuff from the camp and breaking down camp and stuff, and it's like, come on, guys, this is not important information. Which way did he go? And let's hustle.
important
Prestidigitation, getting
information.
the dirt off of me.
If this,
Temperance points the way that he went.
Okay. Anderson, do you think you can track him?
Well, I can certainly try.
Can't you use your nose?
Is there any like evidence of someone walking in the distance that Temperance was pointing in?
Make a survival check.
Oh, right.
All of us?
Probably just Anderson,
Starting off strong tonight.
or anybody that's proficient in it, I suppose.
I am not.
That's what I wanted to try.
Are you proficient in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
then go
proficient in
for
as
it.
well, so
Can't be worse.
yeah, let me
As
give
I
it a
say
shot
that,
here.
she
That's
gets
a
a
4.
1.
Oh.
Like, D&D Beyond is like,
There we go.
Yo, oh,
there we
Warlock
go.
came to
That
play.
works.
So okay.
Asterius, having been awake when the Mad Mage had come through the vicinity of the camp, had a much better idea of the direction that he went. And while the footprints closest to the camp had kind of been muddled, you were able to venture a little bit further away and eventually found some impressions in the snow that you were able to track to the north.
Helps that he's barefoot.
I'm barefoot? Oh, the mage.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say
Not you.
what? I was gonna say what? What?
Irina stole your shoes in the last episode.
Wow. Wonderful.
No, you missed the
I
bullshit.
mentioned that, sorry.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Yeah, he'll let the party know about the footprints and continue along, further up to the north.
Okay. Irina wakes up and kind of walks up to Anora, who she's had probably the most rapport with. Remind me again why we are going to find this mad mage.
Well, first off, any allies that we can have against Strahd, the better off we're gonna be. Secondly, somebody to help Panton. And I'll say that like under my breath, real quietly.
I leveled up.
Do
I
you-
got 21 passive perception. I can hear that shit a mile away.
Not hearing it.
Do you... Should I guess I should probably stay close with you guys then. Do you think I'll be safe?
We'll keep you safe, just like we've tried the best to keep you safe this whole time. The one time you weren't safe is the one time we weren't with you, so
That is true. Okay, is there anything that I can do to help?
I mean, do you know anything about any? Well, first off, we need to start walking, and secondly, on the way, do you know anything about this mage that might help us get on his good side, like his history, his name, how long he's been out here, his favorite color, anything that at all we can use to kind of talk him down? Sounds like he's a little confused.
It's said that he loves goats. So if you know anything about goats,
You said that to Irina?
yes.
We can turn you all
Was
into
my-
goats if that may work.
I'm really the only things that I can remember, and she's saying this as you guys are walking to the north. Asteria is still looking down into the tracks. Just tales, things of the great battle. I never really saw him in person or knew his name. I just knew of him, you know, I don't really think that very many people knew much about him. He was very much shrouded in mystery. He kind of came in, attacked the castle, and I don't know very much, I'm sorry. And I definitely don't know anything about goats.
Worth a shot.
But it's true then, he's the one who had the duel
If
with
this is, it was rumored that after he was basically thrown from Sir Falls, that he was not dead, and that he had basically been living in hiding, biding his time. But villagers that would fish sometimes in Lake Zarovich, they would talk about seeing this wizard-like person acting crazy. It is hard to know whether or not it is the same person, but we don't get very many powerful wizards coming through here very often, so it's probably a pretty safe guess.
Do we have a name? Do you know what his name was?
No, it is not something that I know.
You said he fell from a place. How large was the fall?
Do you remember when we were at Madame Ava's camp and you came and rescued me from Strahd at the waterfall?
Yeah.
That is Sir Falls. It's several hundred feet up.
Wow. That must have been... If he survived that, then maybe he is really powerful.
Assuming if he survived it.
Well, I think we need to approach him the same way you'd approach like a wild animal, or, you know, like when you're trying to tame something. Slow, easy, no sudden movements, calm tones.
I would say that would probably be wise. If some of the rumors of things that are true, or some of the rumors of things that I've heard are true, then he is quite powerful. There was one rumor where he had been dancing naked on the side of Lake Zarovich, and when he saw a fisherman in the lake fishing, he stuck his hand into the lake and fired lightning into it, electrocuting all of the fish nearby, having them float to the surface.
So he's a classy feller. Good to know.
Asterius, was he clothed this time?
Was he
decent?
clothed this time?
He was
How
wearing
much
a
did
robe.
You see, Asterius?
He was decent, yes. He was decent.
Okay,
Wow.
well, that's good. At least we're not going to catch him on a. We're not going to be surprised by anything. So.
Well, I mean,
I am
he
not
might have...
concerned about that either way.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing though, and I would think that, you know, if somebody embarrassed me, I might do something to, I don't know, like hide that embarrassment. Probably not like zap somebody with lightning bolts and like, I don't know, maim them.
He's at
but,
the fishies. He was helping.
Yes, he did not kill the person. That is how the rumor was told to the town, he only electrocuted at least the majority of the shock was in the close vicinity.
That's good.
But
Mm.
I don't know, they are only rumors. I'm sure you've heard lots of rumors in your days as well. It's hard to tell. Someone has too much to drink and they start talking about things that they've seen. Sometimes that fish that they caught in the pond that was this big turns into this big. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Hmm.
Are you sure we're going the right way, Asterius?
Yes, the footprints lead this way.
Yeah. Given that the footprints are probably only about an hour or two old, they're even though there's kind of a little bit of a wind covering up some of them, the snow is kind of getting deeper to where the impressions that are made are much easier to spot.
Mhm.
And eventually,
Honora's kind of.
you do notice a second set of tracks. Less of a footprint and more of a much more narrow circular print, more like a hoof, kind of interweaving into this tracking path that you're headed on.
Does it
That,
look
I
goat-like?
assume, would be the goats. I mean, I'm just Asterius just shrugs his shoulder. It looks like not a human footprint. We know that an animal follows along here. It's more than likely to go.
Temperance,
But
are you
the
familiar
interest-
with goats? Do these look like goat tracks to you?
These look like goat tracks to me.
Did you ask me if they look like goat tracks to you? Um,
Do they look like goat tracks, DM?
um,
You're
Could be
describing it
another
as
hooved
a
creature, perhaps a cow or
it could be.
a giraffe.
maybe a
Yeah,
deer.
maybe.
Or...
Given the fact that you haven't really seen a whole lot of wildlife out here, even since you've been in Barovia, that you could assume with pretty clear certainty that these were the goat that was seen earlier in the watch. Those tracks, however, do not seem to be the exact same age as the human ones. They seem to be less fresh. More, not that they were traveling side by side, but that maybe
They eventually converged on like some kind of same path.
the mage had been potentially following the path of that particular goat.
I don't think this mage was traveling with the goats, but rather either following or hunting the goat. You can check to see how the snow forms around this. It seems this one is considerably older compared to the mage's footsteps. Interesting.
Fresh tracks, not so fresh. Goat dung.
You haven't seen any yet.
No goat dung?
I mean, you haven't seen any, but then again, you haven't necessarily looked for it particularly either.
I don't see any goat dung around here. I don't know what your fascination with goat dung is.
Don't goats poop a lot?
I'm not familiar with goats. I couldn't tell you.
You're not familiar with goats, like just
No, my
even in the
business was with people,
town
not,
and-
not with goats.
well, goats are around people all the time.
Perhaps, but not in Neverwinter, or at least not near the parts of Neverwinter I was at.
You've never had somebody like come into town and sell a
I've
goat
seen
or-
goats, if that's what you're asking. I do not know
not-
the
I-
shitting habits of goats, though. Is that what you're getting at?
And they kind of shit wherever they want, but maybe this is a particularly.
Well, they're
clean goat.
animals. All animals shit where they want.
Roll an intelligence check, Ira.
We're animals, though.
This is getting incredibly philosophical for no exact reason.
Are we getting philosophical? Or are we getting biological here? What's going on?
Well, we are not goats. We are not
know
horses.
much
We don't
about-
shit where we want to.
I
Kinda
mean, but
do.
we could.
Do you
We're on top of
walk
the
through
food
the
chain.
valley? Do you walk through the town and just pop a squat right there like a
Well,
goat?
if they don't
would?
have a toilet, I don't see why not. I mean, I haven't done a town-to-town inspection to see if there's like gutters of human.
I feel
and
like you're
ethnic
you're just looking at the
Or-
semantics for no reason other than to just try and play devil's advocate here. Would you just shit
you
yourself?
know me
Would you
so
shit
well.
yourself where you stand right now?
Hey, DM
Guys,
question.
quiet. I'm trying to
How
think
are-
about
how
this.
are the walking tracks starting to look? Like,
Yeah.
does it seem like we're catching up to something?
Just
While that conversation is happening.
yeah,
We're also
think.
not being very quiet.
Starts undoing his belt.
it's all right.
Mysterious is not a quiet person.
He's got
period,
magic
but-
that cleans up for him, so he does kind of.
So
do
he
that
shits
wherever-
himself where he stands.
Good.
Sometimes.
Pretty much good.
Then I stand
I mean,
corrected.
there
you
would
are
be no
nothing
evidence
better than
in
an
my
animal.
pants.
I can't even
Just
hear
shake it
myself
down the
think.
leg a little bit.
I'm
Alright,
gonna,
ladies,
gonna
let's
walk off
calm it
ahead of
down.
the group.
Yeah.
Then it's gone.
Sorry, DM. Continue.
You're all right. As far as catching up with the tracks, just walking at a normal pace, it does not appear that you are catching up to, like the tracks don't look any more or less fresh than they did when you first started off. Ira, thinking about goat feces, would know that typical goat feces of a normal healthy goat would typically be in small, like berry or pellet size, very small.
Yes.
Typical goat BMs are 1 to 3 times daily, but could be less based off of dehydration or hunger. So
Question, DM. Did you just look this information?
Did you just
up?
Google? Did you just
yeah,
Google
I
goat
did.
dung?
I had to.
You just
I
Google goat dung?
no, I said how many times a day does a goat poop, and it brought me to an entire page.
The
Oh,
price
you are
we
so
pay
being
for
put on the
DMing. The
list.
price we pay.
Yeah,
Bow to the DM,
Um,
all-knowing
To
DM.
get this man an intern.
yeah, right. So, I mean, given the fact that they're so
Braver than
small
any US
and
Marine.
sitting in the snow, it's quite possible that they could have fallen under, and just simply the wind brushing the snow over top would have been enough to cover it, to where it would be much more difficult than a large, heavy footprint into the snow would be to track.
Well, watch where you step, I guess.
Oh man. And now Panton's gonna start periodically prestidigitating his feet because he's now
His
concerned
shit?
that he's
His shit. So he
he's.
shat where he stood.
No, he
No,
did not.
I'm afraid I'm gonna step on fucking goat shit. Pardon my French. Or halfling.
What's
whatever.
the matter? Can't you just magic away like your own feces?
That's what I'm doing right now. See, blah, 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 blah. Go on.
Irina speaks up and, listen, I know I am probably not the best person to be giving you all advice. You're much more powerful than I could ever
Oh,
dream
but
of.
you know these lands way better than we do. Of
But
course you
if
can give us
we're
advice.
trying to track someone, should we really be arguing and shouting in the middle of the woods? If you're only going to scare him away, if he was screaming and saying that we'll never catch him, shouldn't we go about
not
this
trying
in
to
a
catch him.
much different way?
I agree
I don't
with
think we're
Irina.
trying so much to catch him, but more so like talk to him and see what's going on with him, and maybe glean a thing or two from him, and maybe, I don't know, help me out a little bit.
But if he ran at the first sight of you,
I could catch him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I
Catch
would
up
run
to
at the
him.
side of some of these people too. Asterius and Anderson look like they eat people for breakfast.
That's beside the point. What she says is true.
He's right.
Well, I mean,
We're
I would
just
be more
walking
freaked
along,
out if
following him.
somebody snuck up on me than if somebody announced their presence before they got her. I don't know.
I think
I'm
it
really
would be
hard into the whole
wise
quiet
if maybe once you got close, rather than trying to hide yourself, announcing, saying, "We mean you no harm. We come only seeking your wisdom," or something along those lines.
Of
But
course.
if he can hear us from, a quarter mile away, we might not ever find him.
Honora, are we really
What?
that loud that somebody can hear us from a quarter mile away?
Yes.
No, just
Yes. No, just you.
Yes.
Just you.
You're the one arguing about me pooping myself.
I'm not screaming about it is the difference.
I'm
Alright,
screaming
so
about
what's the
bullshit.
plan here? Are we gonna
Debatable.
just follow this trail all day? Should we pick up the pace, perhaps, or
Well,
how will we know when we're close?
I've never tracked anybody before, so I don't know.
If
But and
there's
you have to
anything-
understand that Panton and I can only go so fast.
Feet.
The
Oh, I
legs.
can climb up on Anderson.
It. Ira, I feel like there has been a time where has Irina ever seen you use Rigsby?
Oh.
Here, I thought she was gonna confess her love.
No, I was trying to think
Shipping it.
of the amount of times that they had been
Yes.
in the vicinity, but I couldn't
don't
remember
think
I don't
if
think
she
so.
has.
I don't think she
No.
knows about Rigsby.
Well, then she doesn't say anything.
Man, if only there was a way.
Somebody to
Hmm.
sneak ahead and spy ahead for us.
No, she did. Just at the tower, like 2 days ago, or like a day ago, when you were checking to see if
Right.
Strahd was outside. She was in the tower.
No, she hadn't gotten there yet.
Oh no! After Strahd prisoned us
After the
in the
battle.
anti-magic tower, you sent Rixby around, flying around just to check some things out.
Oh, I don't know if he.
I don't think
I don't
I
think
did.
he
I
could.
don't
He
think I
couldn't
did.
do that because he was inside
Yeah,
the
'cause of
tower,
the
and you can't do
tower,
the
and-
magic.
I was
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
the tower.
You're right. Yeah, she hasn't seen it, so disregard
Goddamn,
what
this
I was going to
anti-magic
say.
tower.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, do with
I
that
now have
information
an
what you
idea.
will. Yeah.
Can we use that information?
I've been so used to not relying on it and like overusing it too that
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry, gang. I didn't think of this earlier, but perhaps I could get a bird's eye view of the situation.
Oh
And-
right.
Oh,
yeah.
right. You can summon a chicken or something.
Yeah, the bird.
Hmm. And
It's
amazing how much
Rigsby
I
will
forget
just
about
appear
that
above my
bird.
head, and then you'll see my eye. Like I'll put my hand against a tree, and my eyes will kind of glaze over.
Well, if you want, I can lead you, Ira, while we're walking because we don't want to stop.
I can't hear you.
Okay, I will grab
Somebody
your
just grab his
hand
shoulder.
and I will pull you along. Are you resisting or are you following?
I guess I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right. Ira, I need you to make a dexterity check with advantage because you're being led. And Asterius, I'm not sure what happened. Oh, you unplugged your mic? Oh, something
That'll do it.
happened. Alright, there we go. Okay.
And then
With-
a perception check.
Yeah, and then I'll need a perception check from Rigsby. Okay. Following Honora, able to move your own legs at a much slower pace, kind of feeling out in front of you with your foot, checking, skimming just above the surface, looking for buried roots of the trees, stones, and skirting your feet around them, still keeping pace
Maybe
with
I'm
a
just really
shorter
good at meeting
halfling.
people.
Yeah, that too. But eventually summoning Rigsby, having them swoop above the tower, or above the towers, above the trees. With that perception, you would see a ways in the distance a humanoid figure resting on top of a cliff-like feature, sitting with their legs dangling over the edge.
A plateau.
Yeah, a plateau. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sitting next to a goat. And
About
you
how
can
far?
see, I don't know, probably about a half mile away. But having not seen the figure yourself, you don't know for certain, but it would be pretty unlikely that there would be another humanoid figure out here, especially sitting next to a goat.
All right. I see him. He's about a half mile out. The land, there's a cliff that rises up. He's sitting on the edge of it.
Oh, we better be careful not to spook him in case he falls.
And he's with the goat.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Should we just maybe have one or two of us go up to him instead of the whole group?
What, you and Panton?
We could do that, or Temperance is very not threatening looking.
He's already seen me and not seem excited about me. Might not be the best choice.
I mean, Panton and I in certain lights can maybe pass off as children.
Let's go! And I'm gonna grab Honora by the hand and start running off into the distance.
Oh, okay.
Did you let go of Ira's hand as you started to run?
I don't know.
I came back.
Oh, you came back? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if you weren't, yeah. So yeah, I probably have.
Just a sudden jerk and pulling Ira forward. No,
It's
okay.
amazing. No matter how many times he runs forward, I expect it to be like a child learning a wood stove is hot. He never learns the stove is hot. Ever.
And he never will.
It
The
baffles
mind of a
me.
child is precious.
You're an adult.
Baffles me.
Shh.
He's like, what, 32 years old or something like that? He should be like a fully grown person. Yeah.
24 now, I think.
24.
Because I'm the older twin or older sibling.
Yeah, DJ has it in her mind that we're twins, but
I keep saying that. I don't know why.
yeah.
Alrighty.
All right,
Seeing
so we're
Panton
gonna
and
go around the
Honora.
cliff.
Yeah, seeing Panton and Honora
Panton, you need to
start
slow
running
down. You're gonna
forward.
scare him.
What do the rest of you do?
Trying to just make sure they're within eye shot, but making sure that like they're far ahead, so that
I think,
the rest we're not seen.
yeah, I think Asterius is self-aware enough. He doesn't really kind of look like the most approachable person. So he'll just sort of wait a little bit off to the side while they handle that.
Okay.
Not really wanting to come off in a specific antagonistic way.
Give me a second.
Temperance will follow fairly close behind them, nervous that Pan's gonna stick his foot in his mouth. And then she
Okay.
trusts Nora, but you know.
No, I get you.
Ow. No faith. No faith for the little guy.
The funny thing is, Panton looks less threatening of the two of us because I am wearing like a breastplate and I have like weapons hanging off of me.
Meanwhile,
I'm just-
Panton looks like a literal garden gnome.
So, really quick, just a couple of things while we're making our way up there.
Uh-huh.
Let me play the idea of a kid off because I think that this might actually work because I am tiny and he may trust me because I am a kid.
I'm tiny.
Because
I definitely.
how much damage could a kid do? You know?
Sure. I'll just continue to be your older sister.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, Panton.
I don't want to put a dower on this, but does Panton shave at all or anything like that? Is he literally just a
halfling
person shrunk? Like,
I mean, I've got big old bushy sideburns, but that's about it. Oh, I think I
Fair.
got my chin hair too still.
Alrighty.
I prestigitate that off? I don't think I can.
No.
Getting closer, you start to see the mountain itself going to a much more sheer cliff face, jutting hundreds of feet into the air. But just barely through the trees, you can see the humanoid figure petting the goat sitting dangling feet off the edge of the plateau.
So as soon as we see him, like
Yeah.
can physically see him, I am going to like put on the brakes so that Panton get yanks back a little bit.
Okay.
It's like slow down, announce yourself, go slow.
How?
Don't spook
I mean,
him.
Let's move you
Really quick.
guys over to...
Have you made a map?
Hey, there's a map. All right, so I don't think he would be very keen on being addressed as Mad Mage. So what should we call him? What should I call him?
Well, we can call him Sir until we figure out his name.
Okay.
Do you not remember the etiquette lessons from Mom and Dad?
No. That's what I had you for there.
Yeah,
you
just
could just
address him as Sir.
Minver and all them.
Do you want me to talk to him?
Well, maybe if you ditched weapons and the armor
No.
and the general malice.
Make
There's no
your,
malice. There's no
um
malice.
I know as of right now you guys aren't trying to be seen and you're not trying to sneak up, but give me stealth checks. I want to see against his passive perception whether or not he notices you.
Okay.
Stealth.
Okay.
Oh, fuck
Rip.
off.
So no, Panton. This is. I need it just in case, but
As you're
Okay.
we want to
kind
be
of
friends.
walking forward and kind of halt behind one of the bushes, ended up stepping on a few twigs in amidst your conversation, and you hear, "Who's there? Agents of darkness?
Oh
Are
no!
you coming
oh, no,
from
no,
my
no, no.
power?"
Not at all.
No,
I'm
what?
gonna come
No.
out, hands up, and be like, "No, sir. We've heard
Oh, we're just kinda-
rumors of a very powerful mage, and we just wanted to seek advice."
We're kind of lost in this land, and we kind of are brought here kind of on against our will, and I really don't like this place. And
My name is Honora, and this is my little brother Panton. And again, we're just seeking wisdom, and we'll show ourselves, of course, as these little halflings.
hello, mister.
He slowly stands up from the plateau. You can see his bare feet still dangling over, stepping firmly into the snow, not seeming to be affected by the cold. And he taps the goat on the head and gives it a little pat on the butt, and it scurries off. Give me persuasion checks.
Fuck you and your persuasion.
You're like a plus
Because-
17 in that or something.
Yeah, but I have to roll with disadvantage on persuasion. Come on, I gotta pull it up. Come on, get over. Are you really not gonna go back? Thank you. One more for you. Ooh, okay. 15's not terrible.
He stands looking at you and doesn't seem to move. He doesn't attempt to attack, but you can still see that he is very withdrawn. He's kind of pulling up the hood on his cloak and attempting to conceal himself a little bit to hide his face.
Mr. Mage, if there were anything that we could do to alleviate any sort of ill feeling you have towards us,
You can
we would
leave.
love-
Leave now.
Okay, but we really need to talk to you because we're really not fans of this wooded area and our
What
general
if-
inability to leave.
Panton, what if we had something that we could trade you that you might want? A way out of Barovia.
He squints his eyes, and you can just barely make out the features from underneath his hood. And he slowly starts to walk his way, eyes trained on the both of you as he's walking down this cliff face.
And again, we're just not moving forward, not any sort of like threatening gestures. I'd be like, we're just looking for information, for knowledge, and I'm happy to trade a way out of Barovia for this knowledge if you can help us.
A way out?
Yeah,
You have a way out of here.
I do.
This is blasphemous.
Nora, should we tell him about all the other butterflies in
Of
our...
course.
Okay, so we don't want you to be alarmed. We have a couple of friends behind us.
And
little
his
ways
eyes get
back.
big, and he takes a few steps back.
No. We're not trying to scare you. We told you because we wanted you to understand that we're here, peaceful. I have a mistwalk potion that I will trade if I can get some help for Panton.
I have no idea what you're talking about. A mistwalk potion. No such thing.
Well,
Show it to me.
Apparently-
Throw it.
If I throw it, it'll break.
we'll set it down here. We'll take a couple steps back. We don't want to break it.
You
Nora, get it out of
see...
your bag.
Where... What level spell is it? Oh, we'll just use the lesser version. He extends his hand forward, and kind of out from it, a spectral hand floats in your general direction. Place it in the hand.
Okay. We do want it back if there's no deal, though. I mean,
What
so I'll
information do
kinda
you
get-
seek? What do you want?
I'm gonna look around to see if any of the party members are in earshot.
I would have sent Rigsby ahead to kind of keep an eye on you every once in a while.
And Tempered said she wasn't very far away.
Yeah.
If I spot any of this, I'd probably scooch on over to wherever the goat is. Actually,
like you as a physical
Yeah,
person, or
Tyra.
okay. Give me a stealth check to see how well you can sneak over there. If that is indeed what you are trying to do.
just
Good.
Bumps
How
into a
well
tree.
are you to me, Ira?
So yeah, I can't
just
I
let
can't
out
tell you.
full fart.
Oh, wait. If that's where Ira's at, hold on one second. Ira is. Oh, no, never mind. I don't think I can
Okay.
do it.
Sir, please, all due respect, I need to tell you that privately. I can't have other people. Can we get closer and have a conversation? Or
I do not
I
trust
can write
you.
it down? Well,
Do you
clearly.
place the
I did.
vial in the hand and it comes back
Mhm.
and he looks at it.
Can't tell if he froze or if he's thinking. Oh,
I
there
was
you go.
thinking.
Okay.
He's checking his spell list for identify.
Mm-hmm. And he does not have it. He unstops the cork, dips his pinky down into it,
Darn it, does that make you
puts the
feel
cork.
weird?
No, but I think it's unsanitary.
What is this
It's
potion?
walking barefoot through the snow. Of course, it's insanitary.
What is this potion said to do? What powers
it-
does it have?
As far as I know, it's allow you to walk through the mist and out of Barovia.
Or do you drink my...
It does not. I don't buy it. And he tosses it back in your general direction.
Yeah, I attempt to catch it.
Okay, give me a dexterity check.
I'm so good at those.
Why would you do that?
As he tosses it in the air, like the commotion of Honora scrambling forward trying to catch this causes you, Ira, to turn to see the commotion, tripping over a rock, falling into the snow, startling the Mad Mage as he zooms his vision over in your general direction. Agents of the Darkness, I knew it! And he casts Firebolt.
I'm not.
Honora, you don't make it to catch this vial, but it falls harmlessly into the snow. And as you reach, and you're still 2-3 feet away, as you fall forward trying to grab it from hitting the ground, it sinks down through the snow. But as you grab it, you inspect it, and it is still intact. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Roll initiative!
Oh, time to kill a mage.
Oh no!
What's the worst that can happen, right?
I am living in this
Alright.
11 land so bad.
Let me roll
Oh,
my
come on,
initiative
really?
here.
I rolled it twice.
I'm
Oh,
over
my first
here.
roll was even worse. Ah,
Initiative.
terrible.
Nice. That's pretty in character.
Very cool. Very good.
That's pretty in character.
Hey, how far away are? Oh, you're too far away too.
He goes first too. God damn it. No, Anderson does.
Oh yeah, shit. Yes, I do.
Alrighty. Anderson, what did you do? Seeing, I guess, this firebolt's gonna go off. 24 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it hits.
Is it hitting me?
No, it's
Me.
hitting Ira. You take 29 points of fire damage.
Wow. Fucking rip.
Sounds about right.
John, quick question for you.
Yeah.
So, in one of the levels I recently got, I got a subclass feature which gives me an extra 10 feet of movement. Does that apply here, or am I still at 30 feet?
No, that would apply.
Okay, so
Like, what's the
It's just
flavor
fucking
on it?
werewolf
Like,
stuff.
is it one of those things where you have to transform into a hybrid form to be able to attain that
no,
extra
I
10
just-
feet of movement?
no, I just get it permanently.
So you get like a feline swiftness type of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can
right.
have that.
Okay. Oh
I
boy.
think, oh yeah. Temperance needs to be added to the track.
All
So
right,
I
next
do I see the
thing.
firebolt go off?
Yes.
Okay.
Like even seeing, because you guys are all kind of in a space to where you can just kind of barely make out the details of the interaction that's happening, but you absolutely see this firebolt just extending from his hand, scorching through the trees towards Ira. Like, it's kind of a blank area because this map wasn't made big enough for the encounter that we have. But imagine it's just kind of filled with that same type of trees. Did you have a 10 temperance, or would
Originally
you?
had a 5, but then I figured out how to do it, so now I
Okay.
have a 10. You
All
can
right,
put me at 5.
yeah, you get a 5. Okay.
All right. Anderson, when he sees the firebolt goes off, he just says, "Oh hell." And I can tell it was like the mage was the one who cast it, right? Or that would be
Yes.
the assumption here.
Yes.
Anderson, he's gonna go up 40 feet. He's going to take out his weapon, but just stare at him and just say, "Partner, I don't want to do this. Don't make me."
And he looks at you. I said you'll never catch me. I meant it. I will not go back there again.
Back where?
And that was the end of his conversation. If you want to
Ah.
continue talking, that'll
Yeah,
take
I
up.
want to use my action to talk to him.
Okay. As you say, back where? You'll never take me there. I will never be kept chained, locked into the dark again. Never!
Coordinates? Anything?
No.
Okay.
Um.
I guess that'll be my action
location.
then.
That ends. You have anything else that you want to do? You use your movement and your action. You got a bonus
Yeah.
action.
Nothing I can really do with my bonus, so that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Irina takes 5 feet of movement, walks up to Asterius. Hey, I did not think that we were going to be fighting this mage. Should I
Can you
attack?
handle yourself in a fight?
I mean, I can handle a sword if that's what you're asking, but I do not know if this is my fight. And
I would
that's
stick back
basically
then.
her entire action.
Yeah.
The Mad Mage is going to use some movement. And where's 3rd level.
This is gonna hurt.
Is going to run backwards, kind of shrouding himself in the tree, and as he peeks around, he extends his hand forward, and arcs of lightning you can see ripple down his arm, in stretching out from his fingertips in an 100-foot straight line, only 5 feet long, so just directed at Panton. Is
No,
going
he
to cast.
won't, because I will cast Counterspell.
Okay. Yeah. Let me mark off that spell slot.
Whoa!
As
That's just
you
the counter
see,
spell.
you see the lightning arc off of his fingers, and you counterspell, and it just immediately grounds itself into the tree, and just has this explosion, just causing the magic to attempting to go back into him, but because he was basically leaning up against that tree, causes it to kind of set fire to itself from the inside. You can see it kind of smoldering, but that kind of ends his turn. But he says, "I knew it, magic users, all of you." And Honora, it's now your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move forward about 20 feet, and I'm gonna. No one hurt him. He doesn't know what's going on. We need to try to get through this fog, sir. Please, we really don't want to hurt you. We will defend ourselves, but we do not want to hurt you.
You'll die defending yourself.
We want Strahd to die, not us.
Are you using your action to continue with your conversation?
Totally.
He doesn't seem to acknowledge, like looking at him, just peering from behind the tree. There does not seem to be any indication of acknowledging the word Strahd coming out of your mouth. Normally, when you talk about it in Barovia anywhere, you see people kind of wince, or a puzzling look across their face of you just being so openly talking about it. But seeing him, there's zero reaction.
We just want to help Barovia. We just want to have Panton control himself, and then help Barovia, and then leave. That's all we want, sir. Please, we just looking for a help and wisdom.
He does not acknowledge. You just hear him kind of scoff from behind the tree.
Okay. Yep, that's it. That's my whole turn.
Alrighty. Who's next? Ira, it's your turn.
After, I guess, trying to put the fire out. Just enraged and in pain. I want to try to stealthily, or I want to approach the goat quickly, but as I round the corner here, do it in a non-threatening manner, as he's
Okay.
distracted with everybody else. And I want to, so I'd use my action and my bonus action to get that far.
Okay.
And I kind of want to approach the goat and kind of use it as a shield and see if there's any kind of reaction from him. And if I hear what Honora's saying, it's
I'm gonna kill the goat.
Right. Go ahead.
I'll draw my dagger maybe as an option if that comes to it.
Yeah. I'll just say as you're walking up, it would be a free action. But are you trying to make the dagger visible to the mage to show him that you have the means to threaten this goat?
Not yet.
Okay. But are
do you want me to
you are you still drawing it?
Yeah.
All right, make an animal
I am.
handling check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
chance on that.
You should stop
That-
giving Ira.
That is
Buddy.
unfortunate.
Tangent.
Hold on. I
Any
need
feet?
to. I didn't think that this was going to happen, but now I need to.
The goat's going to attack me.
Ira's about to get his ass whooped by a goat,
As
isn't he?
protests enter the fight.
What are you talking about? I'm a super badass rogue, and I will
You are a strong,
Dodge
independent
this.
rogue.
dodge this goat's attacks.
Every time a fight's happened, you've just kind of locked yourself behind a door, though.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
That is very true. That is very true.
Okay. It is absolutely disturbed with your presence. And you can tell that there's probably going to be some negative consequences here shortly.
A goat is about to whoop
okay.
your ass.
Please
Had-
don't kill the goat.
Had I had the goat in the initiative tracker to begin with, I would have had it hold its action for any threatening ability, but since I didn't, I'm not going to have it attack you.
Okay. Well, I'll
Very
call
kind,
out
very
to
kind.
Honora. You're wasting your time. He lost to him, remember? That's what all the townspeople say.
It's not about that. We need him.
Well, we came here for help, right? He's clearly lost it. Talking to a goat. Dancing around naked, electrifying fish. We've come to the wrong place. We're better following what Madame Ava said.
Ira, you just don't understand.
Alrighty, Temperance. It's your turn.
Yeah. Temperance is gonna cast Mage Armor on herself.
Okay.
And then run up towards Anderson. Just say, I'm not so sure that we should still be doing this. I think it's time to go. That's her turn.
Alrighty. Panton, it's now your turn. Having seen that this mage absolutely means you harm after having seen a firebolt sent towards Ira and also potentially lightning arcing out towards you that you had so quickly counterspelled, what do you do?
Right. I am going to move my pokey little ass up 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And shout at the top of my lungs. We're not even friends with any darkness. We're just trying to figure this place out and get out of here safe. And you might be able to help us. Still holding my diamond out.
Alrighty. Is that you in your action to make a persuasion check?
Oh, I'm not trying to persuade him, but yeah, I am trying to persuade him, so...
That's exactly what you're trying to do, in fact.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know what you're proficient in. If there's another way that you want to word it to...
Intimidation.
That's why I said the whole...
He's gonna get really
allied
big.
with darkness thing here, so...
Okay.
I'm trying to play off of that in his head, because I don't know what he's referring to the darkness. I mean, I have my idea what I think the darkness is.
Okay.
and
I guess then make a deception check.
that is what Daddy likes.
Ah, lying. My specialty.
Those, yes. And those are with advantage, so.
Yo.
He hears you say that you're not allied with the darkness. And for a moment, he drops his hands, seems to be more relaxed. I do not know what you want from me, even if you are not allied with the darkness. I have no information for you. Be gone!
Just want to help you. All right, I'm going to use my action to talk to him. We just want to help you, so maybe you can help us.
How can you help me?
Well, I did just counterspell your lightning bolt, so maybe there's something else that I can do or we can do for you.
I am more powerful than you could ever imagine. I haven't even shown you my true power.
And no, and I don't want to see that true power, but perhaps we can figure out what we can do about the darkness and just help each other out. Asterius? Where are you?
You think
Asterius.
Asterius is gonna humor this guy?
Can I use my reaction when he says he's more powerful than we can imagine?
To do what?
Just to say, well, we've met Strahd, the lord of these lands. You're saying you're more powerful than him?
I do not know this Strahd fellow. But I do know that I am the most powerful being here.
Have you wiped it from your own memory? Mordenkainen?
That's all the more that you would be able to
Okay.
get in a reaction.
Is it Kanan or Kynan? I don't know. Maybe I just insulted him more.
Mordenkainen is how I've always known it. But I'm also not, you know.
Let's go with that. Let's
Okay.
say I said that.
All right, Asterius.
No, actually, I mispronounced it on purpose.
Oh, you mispronounced it on purpose?
What will Asterius do here?
Light him on fire.
Well,
Probably.
No.
objectively, he is an active threat.
I'm calling him down.
That does not mean he has to die, but it does mean he has to be neutralized. So I think what he'll do to start, anyways, is he will walk up here, and his symbol of helm is clearly visible. So it's not like, you know, he's wearing anything aligned with the darkness or anything like that. The opposite, really. Walks up. We'll say he'll cast Bless to start. No
Okay.
reason to go out super guns blazing just yet. But he'll go ahead. He will definitely cast Bless just at first level. So, and I'll just say it's the three people close to me here. So we'll say Honora, Anderson, and Temperance. I'll have Bless. And as he approaches, I guess he would just say, darkness, light, it doesn't matter. What matters here is that you need to calm down before you do anything rash. Knowing you're powerful is half the battle. It's knowing when to use that power. For the sake of all, you'd best be careful. And that's what I was gonna say. I'm not really trying to intimidate or anything like that. Just being clear, like, hey, dude, if you continue, there's gonna be some shit going down here. Best just answer the questions.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure, he's totally good at those. 13. I didn't expect it.
No, you're okay.
Difficult.
This should have been stated when Panton rolled 25 on his deception check, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it here, kind of as like a compounding information.
Right.
You say you want information, but I can't even give it to you even if I wanted to. My mind is blank. You hear me? It's blank. I know nothing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And that ends your turn. Asterius. Anderson. Atreus Anderson.
Atreus Anderson.
All right. Just hearing what Temperance said, he just quickly looks back and says, "We ain't leaving empty-handed." And going to dash to get like right up on him, and he'll just look at him and say, "Last chance. I don't want to hurt you."
Oh, don't do this, buddy.
That's and them's the turn.
Okay. As you get up close to him, he turns and he just says, "Neither do I, but you've left me no choice."
Oh, buddy. That's
Irina is going to use her action to hide. You guys have no idea where she's at.
Who's
Word.
our
Yeah, she is just
she's a
on
great
it.
thief. She's a great stealthy rogue.
smoke
Could
bomb?
use one of those.
Ouch.
1d6 ego damage.
Alrighty. As you get up close and you make eye contact with him, and you say,
last chance.
yeah, last chance, and he basically tells you you leave him no choice. He doesn't want to do this. He grabs a hold of you, and lightning
Can
arcs.
I counterspell that again? I don't want to keep burning through my spell slots, but he's not giving me.
I've got-
Watch you probably just dispelled like a shocking grass cantrip thing. We'll see what happens.
I mean, that's
Yeah, but that other cantrip hurt like motherfucker, so.
That's true. That other cantrip did hurt like a motherfucker, and if what Ira said is true, it makes sense why.
I mean, you're more than welcome
I-
to if you want to.
Yep.
So if it's usually shocking grasp, does Anderson feel like a soft caress on the?
Just touches him.
A little massage.
No, as he
I'm-
reaches out and he grabs your bicep area, looking, and you can see the malice, the intent in his face as his eyebrows furrow and he's looking at you, and the anticipation. You can see the energy, Panton, being a magic user yourself. You see it starting to form, and before it gets to his hand to discharge into Anderson, it peters out, and he just kind of looks down at his hands and then looks towards you.
Buddy, I don't want to keep doing this.
It didn't have to.
Why? Oh, that's not what I want. I can't click on that token.
Wrong layer.
Well, I'm on the token layer, but
But is it?
I fucking hope so.
Put the goat on the map layer.
Well, I'm trying to, both Mordenkainen and, like, there's only, could it be the fucking light layer? What the fuck?
Wait, I mean, you were able to move it before.
I
What
know.
happened?
Yeah,
Goat does
Are
not
you-
want to be moved.
Are you
well, it's not the goat,
on
it's
the arrow icon?
yeah, because I can move Anderson's token just fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's not the. Oh, I know why. God damn it, John Allen.
What was it?
Because I have 2 instances of Roll20 open. I was on the player version of Roll20 rather than.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity as the Mad Mage sprints away from you.
Anderson did say last chance, so here we go. And with the D4 as well.
Yeah, that'll hit.
16. Okay.
Go ahead and roll for. Alrighty. Minus 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Does that have any sort of on hit save for that weapon? I can't remember what the Mace of Terror does. Or is it a use where you have to use it?
It's a use, so I can use it to make him like frightened of me, but I'm not doing it here.
He is sprinting, and you can see his robes kind of billowing in his disheveled clothing, running towards you, bare feet just kicking up snow as he takes the mace blow to the back shoulder as he turns to come at you, and he is just lunging, his hands just inches away from you. He doesn't actually get to do anything.
Why are you?
But he is his attention is now directed towards you. Ira, as you've got this knife, and the goat is getting more and more unsettled, it is going to attempt to ram you 11 to hit. I imagine.
And as
Is
a
there something with that
supreme
goat?
rogue, I somersault to the side.
Yeah, it catches the glint of the dagger out of the corner of its eye, and it just kind of turns and just kind of butts its head in your direction, but misses.
I'll say, whoa, easy. I'll put it away.
Make another animal handling check, still at disadvantage. And
Better.
it just takes off running.
Can I try
He was
to
hunting that
grapple
goat,
it as it passes by me? Or
Or
I guess I used my reaction. I used my reaction already, so I can't. Never mind.
Yeah, you won't be able to do that. Honora, your turn.
Get the fuck away from my brother, and I will run at him.
Okay. I'm just gonna say for flavor text, he gets his hands like on you, Panton, but it's not like a grapple or anything. He's just touching you.
Bad touch.
And so,
Amber alert.
yeah, I will say that. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna touch him and I'm gonna shocking grasp at him.
Okay.
I'm beating him up.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that does hit.
Panton, run away from him. It's not safe for you.
Oh, it's to not be really safe in that area here in a moment.
As you release your shocking grasp into him, a twitch of a smile comes across his face as he turns towards you, and you realize that the normal effect that your spells normally have on people, it did not have its full effect on this mage.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him with my sword. Bonus action attack. Actually, for flavor, I want to punch him in the face with the hilt of my sword.
Okay. All right. 22 hits.
His smug ass face.
Damn it! Why don't I have the sleep spell?
He's going to sleep one way or another. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty what it is.
Not the way I want him to go to sleep.
I mean, as long as
We
Nora
wanted
punches
information.
him
We
into
didn't
it.
want to fight. Told you we would defend ourselves.
Okay. He takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As you pop him in the nose with the hilt of your sword, and that draws a reaction from him as he brings his hand up to his face, and you can see his already somewhat crooked nose bleeding along the bridge as you split him good, and he just grabs it.
I'm gonna try to wedge myself between him and Panted. I know I can't. I don't have any more actions, but
Okay. Yeah. The first thing that came to my mind was some what was it? Dodgeball? No one
yeah,
makes me
Oh.
no one
bleed my
makes me
own
bleed
blood.
My own blood.
Yeah, that's what immediately popped into my mind. But yeah, okay. Ira, it's your turn. The
All
goat's
right,
getting away.
Yes, I'm chasing after the goat, and I'll kind of mutter to myself, "Well, Delphin, maybe I'm the mad mage," and I'll cast detect thoughts on the goat.
Okay.
I mean, you laugh, but like, I'm with Ira on this one. What's the point of this fucking goat?
After what he
If-
said
if
about the
there's a
goat,
point.
like I'm curious. So
Maybe he dumped all his memories into it.
Yeah, maybe the goat is the harbinger of memories. Like maybe it's like a fucking crystal. Like
The goat has to make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
You're gonna know the inner workings of goat.
my palate grows.
Oh my god.
You're gonna know exactly what it ate today.
It thinks to itself, man, that knife almost scared the shit out of me. No, I'm just kidding.
The little pellets out of me.
Yeah. You do glean fear. But also this sense of compassion towards the human figure that you're currently fighting. Like you can definitely sense detect the thought of fear in the goat's thoughts, trying to get away, but also kind of a sadness of abandoning a friend.
All right,
But they're clearly not humanoid thoughts.
Okay. So if I ask, like, while I'm sensing that, like, do you know anything, goat? How do we help him?
It has no way to comprehend what you're saying.
Okay. Would I know
It's a
of
goat.
anything? Do I know of any magic that? I don't know. That would probably be like a history or an arcana check of like. Would I
When
know
he
of
says that
magic
his mind is blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an arcana check. No. Having just kind of barely ventured into the studies of, you have some power, but you have a feeling that if this is something that he did to himself, that his mind or somebody did to him, that this is far beyond your skill level.
Okay.
In fact, I don't know. Does that end your turn, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Temperance.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Right. Temperance is gonna run a little bit closer, kind of mumbling to herself like, "Don't chase after the mage Temperance. Don't chase after the mage Temperance. Ugh." And then a lot of whiplash here. Then she's gonna cast blindness on the mage.
What level
That's a
spell is
con
that?
save. Oh, that's a good question.
Isn't everything cast at like level 4 with you or something?
Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm a warlock.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what level it is. It's just, but it's
Yeah, level 8, yeah, it's 4th level.
at level 8. Yeah. Yep. See, there it is. Yep.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. He is
if it
going
matters.
to use. How close are you? Yeah, you're definitely within range. He's going to use a reaction to counterspell at 4th level.
Ah. Hard.
Yeah.
Were
So
you casting, Prince?
Was that?
Or were you casting? Sorry.
blindness.
Blindness.
Blindness. Okay.
Yeah.
word.
So as you start
was gonna
to
be a
shout
great
the verbal components of this spell, you feel your voice just get a hitch to where your vocal folds just don't want to make the noise. And for just a brief moment is enough to interrupt that spell. And as you kind of regain your thoughts, as you realize what had happened, you sense the release, and you're able to speak normally again. Do you do anything else with your turn?
Yeah, Temperance is just gonna slink back into the trees, just trying to remain unseen. I do not want to fuck with this mage. Just whoop.
Yeah, you already used your action, so you won't be able to like hide. But I'll say that you've given yourself half cover by hiding behind a tree if he were to cast an attack spell at you. Panton, your turn. Now face to face with this mage. What do you do?
Oh. I'm looking up one more thing right quick since.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. He can't cast reactions
Why's that?
Oh yeah.
because I hit him
Because
with a
shocking grasp.
Okay.
Is
Temperance
that
does
is that
not
on
slink back into the
a?
trees.
Does it happen
lightning
even
damage,
if he
and it can't
saves?
take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Good.
Is that a save
call.
or suck, or is that a? Is that an attack roll?
That changes what I was gonna do then. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me roll a
That's why I did
Constitution
it,
save. Yeah.
and then
Thank
told
you.
you to run. I was like, wait, I told Patty to
it's a
run because
spell
he can't
attack,
take
right.
reactions. Shit.
He saves from the blindness.
Okay, so Temperance still slinks back into the tree.
Yeah.
Let me give that spell slot back.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you caught me. I will always appreciate that. So okay. So you said you don't slink back into the.
Slink back into the trees now that you know.
Oh, now that you found out that
Change
his yeah, okay.
He's in the trees if he's not blind.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Panton.
Oh, okay. So still no reactions. I am going to cast Polymorph on him. So he needs a Wisdom save of 17.
Good one.
Like it.
Yeah, you all laugh now. Just you wait.
Oh, we've been laughing this whole time. Yeah, actually.
The Mad Mage has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Wisdom save.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Damn.
Shit. Bastard. Fuck. Okay, let me.
Just
what
cast
were
slow,
you?
like you
What
always
were
do.
you trying to
Run away.
polymorph him into?
Turtle.
Turtle. Okay.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're channeling this thought into his mind, as you're attempting to polymorph him, you feel the resistance. And eventually the wall, as you're weaving that magic inside of his mind, trying to change the physical nature of his body, it's just like a door is shut and the magical connection is cut off, failing the polymorph. What do you do with the rest of your turn?
Bastard. Okay. I am going to back away. 5, 10. I'm just gonna get on the other side of my sister right there, kind of like superimpose her between me and him.
Okay.
And like the little coward that I am. And as a bonus action, I'm going to convert 5 sorcery points into another 3rd level slot.
Okay. Alrighty. Asterius, your turn.
Oh, and I gotta give you another d20.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Do that first.
Good call.
Step up right there. Yeah. I think he's just probably gonna guiding bolt him at say 3rd level.
Alrighty.
At least not to. Sure, so let me go ahead and cast that real quick. Ooh, that is a 10. That's rough.
Yeah, a 10 misses. As you fire this guiding bolt at this mage, just the wave of a hand, and you see this mage armor just kind of, as it ricochets off and doesn't penetrate through, does not hit.
Cool. I think that's gonna be my turn. Yeah, that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Anderson, what do you do?
All right. If I move here, is that considered flanking?
John doesn't do flanking.
Oh, wait, I thought we did.
Yeah, we do. We did in this campaign. It was
Okay.
the other campaign that I didn't do flanking.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something that I started out on this campaign, and I'm not going to change it. But it was something that in the Rime of the Frost Maiden, I decided that that I wasn't going to continue with. But I'm not gonna take it away.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay, so this is flanking, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna take a few whacks at him, and just for the purposes, in case it goes down to 0 HP, I'm gonna try to make this non-lethal.
Yeah, you swing your heart out.
Wait, can I try? Can I make it non-lethal? Is that something I can do?
No, yeah. I just
Yeah.
when you just said like in this turn in case I kill him.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we haven't really
He's
done a
saying that
whole
you
lot of
can't kill him,
damage
you've
at
got-
this guy.
Like a whole 10 hit points left.
24
Don't forget your,
hits.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get.
Yeah, don't forget your bless.
12
Yeah.
does
I
not
did,
hit,
but
or 13
wait,
doesn't hit.
Oh, wait,
He's rolling for
that's
advantage.
only the first hit because it's with advantage for the flanking.
Okay.
So it'd be the 24.
Oh, okay. Yeah, advantage. Yes. 24 hits.
All right, 13 for the first one, and
Okay.
just these D4s, man, they're helping out. 18 for the second.
Hey,
Yep.
don't blame me.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
No, it's not against you. It's just roll 20 and 12.
All right, 12 points of damage.
Whackjacking this guy upside his head right now.
Yeah, I'm just coming up to this guy. I'm just whacking him in the back.
It's one of those things where he is like, as Panton's running away, he's like trying to grab a hold of his shirt as he is fleeing, and Honora's kind of blocking in between, and you're just beating him in the back as he's fully focused. Fully focused.
Why
on
are we
Panton.
beating the old man? He almost shocked us with fucking lightning, Panton.
But he did it!
Only because you stopped him.
I know!
Look, guys, I don't get why we're beating up the guy
Man.
that almost pulled a gun on us. Like, I really don't understand what's the problem here.
I'm gonna roll a wild magic search just because we kill an old man.
All right. Do you do anything else with your turn?
No, that's it.
That's it. Alrighty. Irina is still hidden, but it is now
Yeah, she doesn't need to be involved in this.
She does not need
the mage's turn.
Hopefully she understands that.
He is going to cast polymorph on himself. And because he has already had his magic stifled multiple times, he is going to cast it at 9th level.
Yeah,
Oh!
there it is.
Oh, it's that kind of
You can still counter spell that. You just have to roll for it.
Yeah, you just gotta roll, my guy.
Oh.
You just gotta roll it and beat a 19. I think it's
believe
19.
Panton.
No! I got
Nancy,
other
you keep saying
plans.
We have little
I-
faith, but right now we have such faith. Otherwise,
As
Come on, Panton.
Oh, Dad's a big bird.
It's a very big bird.
Shit.
That's a massive bird. Hold on.
Dad's
he
a big bird.
transforms
Somehow
into-
I think you're inside its cloaca, Anderson.
a rock. And I need you guys to
rock.
make dexterity saving throws, all three of you, to decide whether or not you're knocked prone.
Oh wait, gotta get a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
30.
27, you just never know.
Okay, I have an idea
Oh,
for
15.
when my turn happens, but I need
All
to
three
wait
of
for my
you
turn to happen.
Save. Anderson, seeing this happen, being right behind, smacking him on the back as he's polymorph, transforming into this large winged creature. You kind of bounce off, and you're right there next to its right leg, but still upright. And the two of you smaller creatures just so happen to be just be stationary right underneath of its large neck. So you're right underneath of its belly, but it flaps its monstrous wings and takes off. What is it?
I'm gonna hit it with a reaction.
Yep.
Opportunity attack. If I hit it, it can't move.
Okay. Oh,
16.
16 to hit.
14 for me.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to allow Honora to get an extra D4 on that as well.
Okay.
My pen luck.
If I. Oh. So I can roll another d4 for the attack?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're blessed.
Just to make sure that you hit him.
Well, no, I already did
11.
the last
11
one.
misses.
Hmm.
It's 14 with the bless.
14 misses.
Unfortunate.
16,
so-
17, 18, 19. 19 total to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
Just make him drop his
it-
concentration. Just make him
Yeah,
make him drop
make
his
it
concentration.
concentration.
Just make him drop his concentration. It's fine.
And he can't move because of Sentinel.
Yep.
I mean, it probably would have been nice to let him leave, but whatever.
Okay.
He passes.
Just barely passes. Alrighty. It's the mountain goat's turn.
There's like fucking
So
hey,
climactic.
The,
You
the
know,
Iron
on
Turn
one
goes.
It's a
side
little
of this
telling
fucking-
that part of the team is handling. It takes almost the whole team to handle half of this dynamic duo, and I'm holding down the other half here.
There's
You
one
are.
house.
You're holding
on
it down.
One side of the battle, there's like spells and shit exploding on the mountains after being ricocheted. A fucking rock just bursts out of the mage, and meanwhile, Ira's like, Okay, goat. You need to calm the
Goaty.
fuck down.
Come here, goat.
What are
God.
you thinking, goat?
No, it's like an anime. There's a lot of cuts back
Yeah.
and forth as we stare each other down and
But like,
Yeah.
it's
plot our
still
next
in the
move.
background. You can still see the fight going on in the background. As I was just trying to see what's up with this goat.
Let's see. It's staring at you as you're peering into its thoughts. And it kind of backs away from you. Do you do anything? Do you take any sort of attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay. As it backs away from you, you can hear inside, detecting its thoughts. I wish it would just go away. And it charges at you.
I wish it would just go away.
12 to hit,
Alright.
misses. And it charges 20 feet forward and just attempts to ram you again.
Oh my
Um,
god.
misses. You just kind of do like one of those Olay and sidesteps
you're-
it as it's
This
now
is like
on the other
The
side.
shittiest Matador fight.
But that ends its turn. Honora, what do you do?
I'm panic mode at this moment. I'm just about to protect Panton, so I guess we're hitting it. So we're gonna attack it.
19 hits.
22 actually.
22.
Plus,
How-
yeah.
Constitution save.
Yep. Minus 9 points of... Here, let me look at this rock. I need to double check its statistics here. Okay, nothing fancy from it. Alright.
Okay.
It's teetering on the brink.
Oh God. No, Honora. No.
I'm not gonna hurt it.
No.
Alrighty. Yeah, 26 hits. Go ahead and...
Actually, 30.
Yeah, 30 definitely hits. It'd be
Ooh,
fucking
nice.
hitting some old gods with that. 13 points of damage.
Please pass. Please pass.
No!
Oh.
Yes!
No. Because I
Why
could have
no?
polymorphed the rock into a turtle. But now he's a mage again. So.
It's alright,
He
you can
reverts
use
back
mouth.
to his mage form.
Stop fighting us and talk to us!
Leave me alone! I don't have what you need!
You don't even know what we need! And that'll be my turn. I'll stop there.
Alrighty. Ira, the goat whisperer.
He who whispers
Okay.
to goats.
We need to get like those MMO titles
Yeah.
What's the name of that
Yes.
damn movie?
over his head.
Goat-
Bonus action, disengage from the goat.
Oh, man, going fancy
First
here.
rogue.
Yeah.
Go on, friend. Sorry for scaring you. And I'll take out the sending stone. And I'll look up at the giant bird. It's like,
The bird's
No, it's
gone
not a
now.
bird anymore.
The bird's
Yeah, it's-
gone now.
and now it's gone back to the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the mage
There's a
form.
bird and there's not. Yeah, like.
And I want to message Delphin with the sending stone.
Okay.
We found the mage, but not his mind. With haste, is there anything arcane or divine that could be the cause? And more importantly, can it be undone? I think that's 25 words.
Yeah.
Let me do a
I
word.
wasn't even counting.
The response doesn't come within 6 seconds, so we'll have to wait
Sure.
until the next turn before we finish that one out. Temperance, do you do anything else with your turn while you're waiting? You used your bonus action. I guess you moved only like 10-15 feet. Do you move
Yeah,
any
just
further?
tuck away. No, I'm not gonna move. I would like to try casting suggestion on on the mage.
Okay.
See if this does anything.
It passes
Womp womp.
critically.
In that case,
I mean, not
Terrence
that
is
that
gonna
works that
just
way, but-
keep slinking into the tree.
Well, wait.
What
I wanna hear
what
what
did you?
Temperance was
Yeah.
gonna
What
suggest.
were you going to suggest?
Oh, she was gonna suggest that he calm down and listen.
Okay.
Very, very reasonable.
Doesn't matter though.
Um.
That seems to be all anyone cares about. She doesn't.
Yeah,
want
you feel
engagement.
that there's like this barrier, of his mind, that it is impossible, for you to penetrate. Impossible's not the right word to use.
I can't.
It just
penetrate.
it didn't succeed, but you don't know whether or not it could in the future. So you just slink back and you're hiding again?
I'm actually hiding this time.
Okay. Panton.
Can somebody fix his mind, please? Just want to help you. How can we fix your mind? You said it's blank. As I speak to who's Mordenkainen now, evidently,
Mm-hmm.
ignoring me.
Oh, you're asking him how you can fix his mind?
Correct.
He just, You fool, I did it to myself so agents like you could not get into my brain.
He's full deep state mode right now.
Wait, can we make art of him with like a tinfoil hat on?
Do I
You
believe
fool!
him on
I
that?
know the shadow men exist and you're part of them. You cannot touch me.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh. Oh, wow. I actually am proficient in Arcana.
We're over here turning the freaking frogs gay, and he knows all about it.
Hey,
Yeah,
21, not
okay.
bad.
You know, as he tells you that he did it to himself, that's one of the last pieces to the puzzle that you needed, and you are familiar with a powerful spell called Mind Blank, that causes you to temporarily remove basically portions of your mind that you want removed. But you do know that it is temporary.
So if we hit him hard enough, he'll regain his memories.
That's what Anderson's doing.
Yeah, it's what Nora's doing too.
The you know that the spell only lasts for a day at a time, so it needs to
So
be
he's
recast.
probably casting it every day.
Yes.
So if we just wait till tomorrow,
So
You
we
don't
just
know
knock
when
him
he
out
cast,
tonight, maybe
no.
time up or something. You know, all will be good.
Alternatively, if we have any means, we could just dispel it now.
but nobody
Start
has
my
magic.
mace.
I have dispel magic.
Well,
Womp womp.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have it
What can-
prepared though.
I do have it prepared.
Oh.
I do have it prepared.
What I
The
know-
justification being,
Being
Maybe.
ahead of myself
yeah,
there.
yeah.
We
We knew we were
so
gonna go
then
talk to a
I'm-
mad mage, so it was like it makes sense to prepare this.
I'm going to bonus action convert a second level spell to sorcery points.
Okay.
And that is. I'm not going to take any action against the old man because I am utterly opposed to beating this old man into unconsciousness.
I mean,
I am opposed to
Asterius
him
isn't
killing
even-
Ira, so I think that's fair.
Asterius isn't against it. It's just like, well, if there's a quicker, easier way. Otherwise, there's old-fashioned.
Yeah, are you gonna
Beating the sense
tell
of this.
Asterius that it's a magical spell, or are you gonna
Yeah,
keep that
are you gonna
information?
say this?
All right. He blanked his own mind with a stupid high level spell, and we need to just pin him down until it wears off.
Or
Okay.
you would know that the counter to that is to restore his mind.
By hitting him hard enough. Yes, thank you.
Recalibrating his mental functions.
How do you?
There are restoration spells.
Yeah. I was gonna say I want to hit my turn. I feel like this whole encounter would have been easier if we were next level where I had greater restoration. I do not have that at this level. Okay.
I guess you're gonna have to counter or dispel.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll worry about that when it hits my turn.
All right, Panton. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Alrighty, Asterius.
Oh, look at that! It's my turn. Um. So how do you want to rule on this, DM? I imagine it's kind of like counterspell in the sense if I cast dispel magic on this, I have to roll for it.
Link the
Or is
spell
that-
for me.
Dispel magic specifically?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me go ahead and toss that up. Dispel magic. Scroll to 3rd level. Display BTT. Yeah, 4th level or higher on the target. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
All right. I wanted
if
to
you
see.
cast it at
I
a
wanted
higher-
to
at a
see
level-
what the school of magic was.
For dispel magic, it's abjuration.
Yep.
If you cast it higher, though.
Yeah, I was gonna cast this at 4th level.
Let's see. Gosh. It's hard for me. The module gives me very clear. I mean, I guess not very clear because it still leaves room for
Wiggle room, yeah.
wiggle room. But it specifically says like KLM that the mind blank spell thwarts even a wish spell to return the mind.
Okay. All right.
It says
Alright, Anderson, the way it is.
as long as
It
the
does-
spell remains in effect, his sanity cannot be restored by any spell.
Welp.
Not even greater restoration?
Any spell with greater restoration.
Glad
is
we
a
didn't
spell.
spend our wish on that then.
Yeah. This says under normal circumstances, a greater restoration spell cast on the Mad Mage would restore his wits and end its madness.
Don't have that.
So we're just gonna knock him out and keep him for a day.
Yeah, because we only turned level 8. and like
Yep.
greater is a 9th, like
Yeah.
not 9th, but like is a 5th level spell, which I don't get till 9. So
Sure.
Yeah.
all right,
Well, knock him out and tie him up for tomorrow. Yay.
word. We'll say I'll use my turn to cast Dispel Magic, just
Okay.
so it's kind of revealed at least.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
And cool, that'll just be Asterius' turn, and it's just saying, didn't work. Just all right.
That's
Just
funny.
pull out the mace. All right. Old fashioned. Cool.
So yeah,
that's
I think we are attempting non-lethal damage.
Which
as
is
much
just
as we
beating
can.
the shit out of him, and hopefully with a melee attack is the last thing that gets him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, Anderson.
Apparently, we could just come back here.
We're still pretty early in the fight, but out of curiosity, how is he looking?
He actually looks kind of bloodied. Like he's definitely hurt.
All right,
but
well,
he's not.
he's going to be hurting a little bit more.
Okay.
Jesus, man.
What?
I don't blame him for a moment. I casted a 3rd level fucking guiding bolt. We knew what intent we had the moment this fight broke out.
28. I hope.
Yeah, that hits.
For
Um,
10, and then... Wait, hold on.
Well, you have advantage, so you should probably roll.
18 for the second.
And so that's 18.
John?
Yes, 18 hits.
Okay.
in case he decides to shield, we don't know what his AC is.
Yeah, I don't even know what his AC is, so 20 total damage then.
Alrighty.
And on the last hit as well, I'm going to put on my brand of castigation.
Okay. What's that do?
Let me display it for you. Basically, oh wait, I don't have Crimson Right. Never mind. I cannot do that.
Is that
Ignore that.
the spell where you just cut yourself a little bit and add damage to
No,
your...
that's that's Crimson Right. So with Brand of Castigation, if I do Crimson Right damage, I can put this on, and it
Oh.
lets me know where he's at all times.
Gotcha.
But you don't. Yeah, but you don't.
You haven't
have
casted Crimson Right.
No, I'm paranoid that will put him over, and that I don't know if you can do non-lethal with lightning damage.
Okay.
Probably not. No, I mean I've never. So maybe like a taser if you really want to.
Yeah,
it like that.
I'm playing it safe here, and I'm
You-
just gonna.
You kind of have a taser because you just have a club with electric on it. It's just like
Pretty much.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm playing it safe by not using my Crimson Right, so I
you
cannot.
coward. I'll fucking
Okay.
lightning bolt him.
So 20 points of bludgeoning damage, you said?
Yep, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. It is now the mage's turn.
Boy.
Oh.
And as you take those last 2 hits, he winces in pain. And he, struggling to find his words, just looking around, sensing where he can flee. Where? God damn. He, tell your dark masters they can break my body, but never will they break my spirit. And he attempts to run away. Go ahead and
All
use your
right.
reactions.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And
24
just
to
in
hit.
case, 22.
Now he can't move anymore because of Sentinel. You'll never catch me.
This poor guy.
I'm Everyone's just absolutely horrified right now.
Asterius is like 2 steps away from just banishing him, like casting banish me. Like, okay, what do we want to do here? Like, what do we
We're
want
gonna
to do
knock
here?
him unconscious and tie him up. Duh.
As
Yeah.
he
Gag him.
turns to run away, just cloak just kind of billowing behind him with the quick turn, Honora just conks him on the back of the head with the flat of her blade, and he just falls face first into the
thank
snow,
God.
unconscious.
You'll never
Someone
break
check
my
this-
spirit.
Honora, what'd you
Just
do to him?
slap- just
What
fucking
did you
pound
do
on the
to him?
ground. It's like a
He's
fucking.
taking a nap. He'll sleep it off. You said
It's like
that he'll go
a-
away tomorrow,
It's
right?
like a fucking Family Guy skit, basically. Like you just
Oh
knocked
my
him the
God.
fuck out. Like,
Right. I will
Okay,
check
I'm
for a pulse to make sure we didn't kill
Yes.
him.
I'm going over there too to make sure he's okay.
Make a medicine check. Okay.
I have no idea where a pulse is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It
is- It is
Humans are-
extremely cold out here. The adrenaline is one of the only things that is kind of keeping you guys warm.
Same thing.
But
Not there.
Having my-
it is like the feeling kind of going away from your fingers trying to touch for a pulse. You cannot seem to find one.
We're trying to touch him in weird spots.
Yeah.
Try to find a pulse on his like
Grabbing
foot or
his
something.
big toe. Grabbing his big toe. It's
It's
just
like a
fucking
15
kind of
I
any
pointing
think
out.
you
better.
can feel pulsing like the big toe. Yeah, I think you can do that.
No, Panton, it's in the knee. I keep telling you, the pulse is in the knee.
While they're like
Oh my
fondling his leg for some reason, is a 15 any better to see if he has a pulse?
He's unconscious but not dead. Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Sirius just comes over. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. He walks over while you're like, no, it's the kneecap. It's like right below the kneecap. I'm pretty sure. Like, just takes a knee, hand on the neck, jugular, feels the pulse. It's a marvel this man doesn't have hypothermia. He stands back up.
Okay, he's alive. All right.
He's fine.
Begin
Yes.
like
Can
anything
Probably has a
magic
concussion,
on him.
though,
I just
right?
start like throwing away from him, like just trying to get anything that could be used as a focus or whatever he's using to cast magic. I'm just throwing it far enough away.
Why are you stripping him nude? We're in the middle of it's snow. There's
No,
snow on the
he's still
ground.
got his robes on. All right, he's still got his robes on. I'm just looking for stuff that he can focus his magic on. Because like me, I use this diamond here. Yeah, I use this to focus. I'm looking for stuff like that on him to just get away. So
Okay, guys, calm down. We'll just
Um.
tie him up and gag him. Start a fire. Maybe feed him when he comes to. You said this spell lasts a day?
From the time that he cast it. So you're not sure when he cast it last.
Right. But still. It's
Well,
okay,
you
guys.
know that
4 hours.
typically, yeah. In between 1 and 24 hours is how much longer the spell has.
Yeah, like we either just caught him right as he casted it, or we just caught him like halfway through or some shit. Like,
Right.
Ira, just to let you know, I
It
haven't
is-
forgot about your sending stone. As soon as I give this little piece of information, I'm going to get to that. As you guys are
Okay.
kind of looking around, I know you said that you were trying to light a fire, do something. It would be incredibly difficult to do that just in the snow. You do see like this platform like far back into the crease of this mountainous area. No, more like up here. You can see large rocks have kind of fallen down, but at least someplace that would not be covered in snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Anderson, if you don't mind, he's bigger than me. Pick him up and carry him over there.
Can I tie him up first?
yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
yeah, probably
There's a
why.
pair of handcuffs that she whips out and offers. We want
What?
to use these.
What?
They might be a little better.
Why
What
do
did
you
you-
have
Pair
handcuffs?
of handcuffs.
Why-
Why
why-
do you have
why-
manacles?
Why?
You just
Just something
have...
I kept from my childhood.
Who gives their children handcuffs?
Ooh.
Who handcuffs their children?
Who gives the
Excuse them,
responsibility
they're
of,
better off
of
on him
handcuffs
than
to a
with
child?
me.
What is?
I'm a little more curious about your history now.
Oh, we're gonna circle
Alright.
back to this. We've got some time to
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
to unpack there, and we have
Okay,
no
let's
time
get
to
a fire
kill.
started. Maybe some food while he's unconscious. We'll talk about this.
Temperance. Temperance, I need your help.
Temperance perks up and take those and runs over to Ira.
Be careful,
Right.
she might have more handcuffs in her pouch. Or if that's your thing.
Now you.
Pay attention, and I'm gonna elbow you. Stop. Yeah. So I'm gonna start looking for firewood or anything that we can make fire out of.
Okay. Yeah. There's enough trees, branches that are kind of down that you could gather a decent amount of kindling for sure.
Okay, and then I'll go start a
So
fire.
I will handcuff him, but I'm also going to tie up his legs, just
We need
for
to-
reference.
We need to gag him because spellcaster.
Yeah. We need to make sure his hands are
While
unlocked.
he's getting gagged and tied up and hogtied and everything, I just kind of want to rifle through what's left of his belongings, and just like I said, any spellcasting focuses, anything that could be construed as anything magical. I
My
just
bet
wanna
is that man
take
only
off
has
of
that
him.
robe. He is whole hog under there. I don't think he really has like anything.
Not taking any
Got a
chances.
spellbook tattooed on his inner thigh or something.
So, Temperance, you said that you've been around goats before, right? You said your name was Temperance Lamb.
I mean, yeah, I
scared
grew
this
up
goat
on a
away.
farm.
Great. You did. Yes, you did. Of course.
Yes.
I think I might have scared the goat a little bit. It's over there. I think you might be better maybe at, corralling. It would be something maybe now that our heroic friends have bound and gagged our quarry. I think he might feel a little more at ease if he woke up and found his furred friend close by and unharmed and happy even, perhaps.
I mean, I can do my best. I haven't handled goats since I was a child. Yeah, sure. Yes, I will try to take care of the goat.
Thank you. And Irina?
All right.
Maybe Irina can help you. Irina?
No response.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
I swear to God, if Strahd came and kidnapped me,
No.
I swear.
Quick message over to everybody else. Where's Irina?
She ain't with you.
Oh.
Fuck.
Irina!
I
Irina!
imagine Anderson's just carrying the mage. He just drops him and goes over to where we last saw her to
Right.
look for tracks.
He becomes less important, and we start really looking for her.
Yeah, but
After
like he's all tied up and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by now he
As-
is.
several people start to call out for her name, she does appear from a bush.
Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Whew.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to reveal myself, just in case it wasn't over yet. I am here.
Can I insight that? Something
God.
seems off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she's just a skinwalker, bro. Like, that ain't real.
Yeah.
Ira, in almost a panic of, an important person lost to you for the moment, you're just glad to see that face. Anderson and Honora can tell that it was genuine. Like she, she, after having talked to Asterius and deciding that it would be best if she stayed away, she seeing the firebolt, how powerful he was, she didn't want to put herself in harm's way, so she was hiding.
So
Good hiding.
Irina, you were worried that when only one of us called to you that it wasn't us, that we were tricking you? Maybe
No,
we
I
should come up
just-
with some sort of code word so you know that it's safe or that it's us. In case somebody looks like us shows up and tries to tell you that it's us, but it's not. I mean, with magic and everything, you never know what people are capable of.
It's not that I thought that when Ira called for me that I thought it was someone else. It was more along the lines of I knew that I was very well hidden, and if there was still combat or something dangerous, I knew that I would still be more safe hidden than if I were to expose myself and show myself even to just him. I was just making certain, but if all of you are calling for me, then that's how I know that the danger was over.
I still think we should probably have some sort of code word just in case, because we know people who can look like other people. And I'll look at Ira. I've seen it happen. I mean, just in case, somebody can come up and look like Ira or Anderson or somebody, but not really be them. And so I think we should have that special protection just in case.
That would probably be smart.
No, kumquat.
No, that's another code word. Maybe pineapple?
Shit.
Why does it have to be a food? Are we supposed to
It
use it
doesn't.
in a sentence, or
I don't know.
I would find
Well,
it extremely difficult to use pineapple in a sentence.
Okay. What would
Naturally,
you
I mean.
like to use? I mean, I'm open to suggestions. You don't have to take
My
first.
old group, at least my old, other members of the Church of Helmpal and stuff, we use the word luliha. That's
that
a
a
word.
word?
How about goat?
It's really not, but it makes enough sense.
That sounds even more difficult. Would you just walk up to me and say luliha? Oh, it seems so weird. How about
Pretty much, yes.
how about this? When there is cause for question, we would reach out to shake someone's hand, right? If you reach out to shake my hand, but instead of shaking it, you take your finger and you tickle the palm. And that is how I know that we
I
are...
love doing that to people, by the way.
I'm not doing that.
Why are you all laughing?
do
This is a very important
That's
conversation.
awesome.
It is. It would be. It would be
instead of-
subtle. No one would be able to see it. It would be something that only could be felt between the two people shaking hands.
I was gonna say what instead of that we could just instead of grabbing your hand we could grab your wrist instead. That one's a little.
I could see that, but it would be something if someone were to watch us. I guess we.
I like it.
That
I like
would
it.
work.
It's a good
Either
feeling of
way.
feeling at ease, knowing that it's someone you can trust, and at unease because it's.
I think luliha is just fine, but whenever you say.
Well, Asterius
Well-
will definitely know it's you. If that is the case.
You are welcome to say Luli Hall whenever you feel like it, Asterius.
Is that from a song or something, or?
Or
No, it is just something that someone made up.
And while we're having this conversation, I am building a fire to try to, make the mage more comfortable and us more comfortable.
okay, yeah. Give me a survival check. Yeah, it takes you a little bit to get it started. Like just a lot of the wood that you had gathered having sat in the snow, just a little bit damp, but eventually finding enough dry pieces, and you're able to get a spark going and the
I
flame.
also have that alcohol that refills itself that I can use as a
Yeah.
an accelerant.
Yeah. Eventually, you get a hearty flame going that's putting off a decent amount of warmth. It is still relatively dark over here in this I don't know, mountainous area. It's always kind of dark in Barovia, but even more so the shadows being cast by the mountain itself. But eventually, Ira, there is a response to your sending stone. Can you remind me, like, I have the content of what I want to say, but can you remind me again of what the question that was asked so I can...
Yeah. We found the mage, but not his mind. With haste, is there anything arcane or divine that could be the cause? Can it be undone?
It's almost a poem, Ira. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
Mhm.
25 words.
You hear... Yes, it could be the mind blank spell. Typically, you would have to just wait it off. A restoration spell never hurts. And that's it.
Thank you, Professor Oak.
Temperance is gonna ask Ira for some rope to go take care of that goat for him.
That message was almost an iambic pentameter as well.
I was off.
Yeah.
I
Two
totally
syllables.
intentionally did that.
2 syllables.
I'll throw the rope to Temperance.
Great, Temperance is gonna go try and catch a goat.
While that's happening, Nora's gonna take a cloth and kind of dip it in the snow and kind of wipe off the blood off of his head and try to make him. She's gonna mother him a little bit, the unconscious mage.
Okay.
This
Just kind of
batshit crazy mage.
Mm-hmm.
right, and I'm just there trying to like make sure he's comfortable and
It's
wiping
like
the blood off his face that I put
like
there.
Creep 2. Have you seen Creep 2? It's like Creep 2.
You know, ice pack in his eye where he's now got a black eye.
Right.
Good work, gang.
Bunch of spike marks in the back
I
of
would
his head.
cast a healing spell on him, but I feel like that's the worst thing I can do in that situation.
Yeah, we want to keep him unconscious as long as possible.
Good work, gang. The
But I
goat's
don't want him to die.
bleeding too.
The goat. Why is the goat bleeding?
Why is the goat bleeding?
Did you hurt the goat?
Why would you hurt
No,
the
I
goat?
Bleeding.
I didn't hurt the goat.
Oh, you said bleeding, didn't you? As in, oh, you're a bona fide chuckster, Ira. You really are. You absolutely are. You
I
wanna
just
help?
figured
Do
Did
you
the
wanna help?
heroic action of beating a poor
Of beating a
mentally-
poor
Don't say it.
defenseless
Don't
animal
say
while
it.
we try to
He almost killed you in one shot, Ira.
I didn't touch him. I
Yeah,
did not
right?
touch him, so don't lump me up in the rest of them.
Thank you for taking care of him. Now, I know I'm still an amateur at the arcane, but when he said that his mind was blank, I've heard of this spell called the mind blank spell. It could
Yeah.
be...
Panton said it might be a spell that he casts on himself. I don't know why anybody
Yeah.
would want to.
Oh,
Because he doesn't want somebody to get what he knows. At the very least, that he can keep casting it day in, day out, and it kind of thwarts mental intrusions into your head. So it's really good at like keeping everybody out. So unless we have any particular way to counter that spell, which I don't think of too many ways right now.
well, I've heard that there's certain restoration spells. Perhaps our priest here, warrior priest, our battle monk.
He has a
you
name. You could
have
just
any-
say Asterius.
Well, he knows I'm talking about him.
Does he?
Man.
Do you hear me, old timer?
Serious.
Sorry, I was looking at something. What?
Uh,
Uh,
as a priest of Helm, do you have any way? He said that his mind was blank, that he disabled it somehow. Do you have a way of perhaps restoring it?
There are methods the church employs to help restore those of diminished faculties. At the current moment, no, I'd be unable to acquire such things. The method I attempted in battle was to try and simply dispel the spell, but even in his state, he appears to be the most accomplished spellcaster I've ever seen, to be quite honest.
yeah,
Nothing
he's,
short of anything I've seen beyond those of the high priests or inquisitors or anyone would be able to combat such an intricate weaving of the spell.
Then we'll have to wait it out.
The best course of action, I'm afraid.
You all figured this out without me, huh?
Well, we were bothering that goat for quite the long while.
I thought there might be something.
did you find anything
with it.
from the goat?
He's very fond of him.
The goat's fond of
Both.
Mordenkainen or Mordenkainen?
think-
Fair enough, I suppose.
He was following it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
DM,
he was
is there a
following the goat.
chance that Panther and I have heard the name of Mordecane before?
Yeah. Panton, go ahead and give me... You know what? Given part of the background, you know, doing your research, trying to find mages that would be able to help him in hearing about Delphin, or finding out about Delphin, you would have heard about Mordenkainen. Yeah, you would have known.
And we know that he's really powerful.
Yes.
Mordenkainen, are you sure this is more what?
According to Ira, such a man.
Ira.
How do you know?
He's the stuff of legends.
Yes. Well, I mean, who else could have
I mean, there's lots of
stood
mages
up
in
to
the
Strahd?
world.
All right, look. I got a letter from Delphin. Back in Vallaki, when the Vistani came through, it was coded. It said not to trust them. But he said that Mordenkainen came to Barovia. So I figure there's a powerful mage in Barovia that fought Strahd and survived. Has to be.
I'm gonna turn to Panton and be like, we made the right call. If this really is Mordenkainen, he's gotta know how to help you as soon as we fix his brain.
Be aware, though, I'm a little worried. He didn't survive. He's been here for a while. The villagers assume that the mage who fought him died. From what he said while we were fighting him, I'm the most powerful being here. It could be that he's trying to hide secrets by blanking his mind, but it could also be pride. I mean, he came here to fight something powerful, something that could offer a challenge, and he was bested. I wonder if maybe the pain of failure has something to do with him trying to forget.
Well, we can ask him as soon as the spell wears off.
Right. Not to be... Well, it could be some kind of leverage, perhaps.
Maybe.
He would be a powerful
yeah.
ally. But
He'd
maybe too
even want-
prideful to accept help.
Maybe,
It could
I don't
be,
know.
but Why not? If he is such a powerful caster, then has he not found a way to leave Barovia then? To just simply recuperate himself and return with better needs?
Well, maybe this place truly is a trap, and
I mean,
even the
none of
great
us have.
Mordenkainen himself can't get out.
We've heard rumors that you can't leave, even though none of us have tried.
Panton, going back to originally when you were talking about trying to strip any arcane focus or anything, you notice he doesn't have a staff. He doesn't have a dagger, no amulet draped around his neck. Like going through your own mind of things that, powerful mages or people that can harness that type of energy use for focuses, you don't see one. He does not have any real belongings on his person. The only thing that you see that could be in any way, shape, or form valuable are these bracers that he has. Kind of a gold-like material. Lots of gaps in the weave that go far up his forearm. It's like several bracers wrapping around with long strips of intricate designed gold pattern holding it all together.
Have I seen bracers like this before in books or anything like that?
You can roll a history check, or yeah, you can roll a history check for me. Looking at these and realizing that these are more ornate than the clothes that he is wearing. He looks very haggard, and these look very distinguished. They almost look out of place on his body. But you would know that of the lot of armor that you've seen crafted, even in books, that they all are kind of formed at the hands of their crafter. That they all can take different forms, and even if they are imbued with any sort of magic, they don't necessarily have to be. They don't have to look the same. So you haven't seen a pair of bracers like this, but that doesn't necessarily surprise you. It could just be something intricate that he picked up at a major city from a great craftsman. But it definitely looks well made.
I guess my next question then, knowing the condition that he is in, his hands cuffed, his legs cuffed, I'm assuming behind his back, and him being gagged, there is no chance that he can cast a spell right now, correct? Outside of spells that don't require any component at all, unless he's like subtle spell as well. So
it would be, you know, that things like that are possible. You know that it would be extremely difficult to cast spells in this state, but it's not necessarily out of the realm of possibility.
I think we should leave those bracers on him, only because if he comes to, we can use it as a sort of, look, we don't want to hurt you, we just want to talk, and if we wanted to hurt you, those bracers wouldn't be on your arms right now, and well, you wouldn't be conscious right now. So, I think we try to approach it like that way with him.
Well, that's why I
Obviously, you
had
don't keep your head up.
Temperance bring the goat.
Yeah, Temperance, go ahead and how do you
How's
want
my
to
goat
how do you
catching
want to
going?
how do you want to rally the how do you want to
Wrangle.
corral the goat? Do you want to
Yes,
try
I've
to
been thinking
lasso
about
it,
this.
or do you want to
Goat
I'm gonna hog tie the goat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna prep the rope as a lasso, but just kind of have it like on my arm initially, and I'm gonna try and like pull some like the crumbs of like the mushrooms from my pack to try and want to try to get him to come to me with food, and if that fails, I'm gonna lasso him.
Okay.
And either way, I'm still gonna around his neck and leave him.
Go ahead.
I wanna send Rigsby out to watch this. I don't want to miss it.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check. With advantage because of the offering the food.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Oh. Oh no, I'm not near her. Shit.
She's a little out of practice. She hasn't like lived on the farm for a long time.
You're good, Anderson. As you're kind of wandering forward, lasso on arm, extending your hand with the crumbed up mushrooms, extending it out, the goat comes near you, kind of head lowered, and getting closer. You can see its nostrils flaring, trying to get a scent for what it is that you're offering. And eventually, you can almost see the curious nature of the goat change to disgust, and it immediately like shakes its head and turns and starts to trot away.
Time to lasso that baby.
All right, go ahead and make
I'm a hog tie.
yeah, go ahead and make a ranged attack.
Get your hog tie in there, girl. Get in there.
Just go ahead and roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the world telling you to always resort to violence.
Always.
Yeah. And yeah, as it turns, you're just like, all right, and you just whip this lasso, and it falls perfectly, just goes right over top of the horns and catches it right at the neck. And as it feels the rope kind of fall onto its chest and its back, it starts to run, and immediately it tightens up on its neck. I need you to make a strength. Go ahead and make a strength check. Contested with the goat.
That's not gonna go great for me.
It's just a reminder. Resort to violence and war is man's oldest profession. So it's just easy.
Yeah.
This goat is gonna drag me.
And as it catches and it pulls taut as it starts to run, it catches you by surprise at how strong this goat is, and maybe a little bit of the slick nature of the snow underneath of your feet cause you to lose your footing and you fall, but you have a hold, and the goat is just attempting to pull. You only really go like 5 feet as it's pulling on you, but I'm just gonna say the overall weight of your body and kind of being stuck in the snow and maybe even grabbing onto a rock or something isn't allowing it to go any further. Yeah, you've got the goat for now, but what do you do now?
Shit, I didn't, or did I? I have some use. Help me.
Lyra's right there.
Is he right there?
Uh,
Anyone?
Brixby is right there.
Yeah, Rigsby's there.
Where is
I
your
don't think-
character on the map, Ira?
I'm back at the cave.
Oh, you're back up here towards the top.
Yeah. But I could have. I'll message Temperance. I could have Rigsby maybe try to shepherd it towards you. Nice throw, by the way.
Are you attempting to walk up to the goat?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I'm still a little bit away, aren't I? Yeah.
Okay.
Think. Don't think I can pull the goat at all. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna call some help here.
I told Irina to go help her.
Oh, did you? That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Irina's got the strength on me.
Irina, seeing you fall down, comes over and kind of grabs you around the arm and kind of helps you up and grabs onto the rope. Yeah, they can be quite strong, especially when they're in their natural terrain. And she grabs a hold, and let's see what her strength check is.
Oh.
Irina.
Oh.
And you both grabbing a hold of this. She doesn't fall down, but she is having a difficult time corralling the goat in. And as it feels the resistance, it's going to turn and attempt to headbutt you.
No.
Don't make me sacred flame the goat, guys. Come on.
Does a 12 hit you, Temperance?
Oh, actually.
No? Okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it swings and it attempts to hit you, but misses. What do you do in return?
Can I try to spook it with Rigsby? Like do a flyby kind of, if it's being aggressive, kind of like flyby and intimidate it maybe?
If you want to, yeah.
Sure.
All right.
What do you think would be a good? Although
That's good.
I'll
gonna
try
give,
that once, but I'm kind of curious as to how they would do it.
Okay.
I was gonna try and give Irina guidance. See if that
Okay.
makes her feel stronger and pulling the goat.
As Rigsby, what do you want Rigsby to do as it's swooping by to scare it?
Do like one of those praying mantis kind of, or like bird, like kind of just flapping the wings if it's like getting aggressive and kinda
Like
just
flapping
spook
the
it.
wings and like claws
Yeah.
out in front type of deal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it definitely spooks the shit out of the goat. It's surrounded by two people lassoing it, and now this, owl creature comes up and
Towards our cave, of course. Like I'm trying to shepherd it. It's
Okay.
a shepherd bird.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Swoops around the other side, and so it spooks it, and yeah, it does. It immediately takes off bolting in that direction. Seeing the goat running the general direction that you want it to run, do you kind of let a little bit of the slack go in the rope to see how far it'll go? Your rope is 50 foot long, so you'd have the ability to let some go. Or do you try to keep it tight like a dog on a leash?
I would try to keep it tight so it can't get away from me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of follow this goat as
Okay,
it gets
but you
spooked and run.
you leave it tight, but you follow it. Okay. So the two of you having a hold of the leash, the rope of the that's lassoed around this goat, follow it up until it eventually gets all the way to this corner where you can see kind of fear in its eyes.
Poor
Just
baby.
cowered in the corner.
Can we all see this?
Yeah, you guys can all see it. And what's your bird doing at this point? Is it just perched on a rock nearby, or do you
Yeah, I
dismiss
think
it?
it'll perch, and I'll just start laughing in the cave.
Okay. All right.
Someone please calm this goat down for me.
Anderson's gonna get up. He's not gonna like get close to the goat, but he's gonna get to maybe around here. Just take some food from his rations, kind of like put it down, and just go back, like
Okay.
leaving it there for the goat, but not getting the goat's attention.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Actually, I'm just gonna stay focused on Mordekainen then.
Yeah, I
and
feel like it's
wait
just kind of
till-
waiting on that while just watching all of that go down, really.
Okay.
You're muted. Sarah, you're muted.
I said, because I had good luck with the dog, I might as well try with the goat.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna just kind of get small and put my hand out and see if he'll come to me.
Okay. Make an animal handling check. Disadvantage because of how frightened it is.
I'm 8. Still
Um,
better than everyone else has done.
yeah. The stone around it is kind of slick, and its hooves are kind of scraping on it as it's backing itself further into the corner as you get close. But given that you can recognize pretty quickly that you're not having the effect that you were hoping to,
I'll just back off.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't continue the suffering of the animal.
Tried to help. It's too freaked out. It's got to calm down first, and I'll step away from it and let it have its space.
I'll dismiss Rigsby. Stubborn as a. Yep.
Is a goat. You are all just kind of huddled around this unconscious mage. Mordenkainen just laying there, recovering from his injuries. Go ahead.
I'll do a ritual casting of Detect Magic to inspect the gauntlets and this goat.
Okay. The goat is not magic. But they're
Yeah, maybe next time.
Give me a second. But the bracers are definitely enchanted. Give me a second. Try to figure out the school of it. I think it's an abjuration. That's a protection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's abjuration then.
Okay. Abjuration magic on the bracers. Who had handcuffs?
The Temperance. Temperance had handcuffs.
Anderson
Wait a
just
minute.
points to Temperance.
Temperance, why did you children? What? You have some explaining to do.
It's really not important. It's long in my past.
But you kept them. Were they used against you, Darlene?
I mean, what child hasn't, been imprisoned by her entire village? It's fine. It's all. It's just a reminder. It's just a reminder. It's fine. I'm fine.
Imprisoned by your entire what now?
It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like there's something else going on here.
Temperance, why did the village want to imprison you?
It's complicated.
Is it?
Irina
it is.
kind of speaks up. Be careful with your assumptions. Remember how we met. You were concerned with Ismark keeping me imprisoned in my own home. I know it is not quite the same, but if learn the whole story before you cast judgment.
That's why we asked.
Just make sure that you give her more of an more of a chance to explain herself than what you afforded my brother.
Well,
Well,
absolutely.
let's hear it then.
We've had a chance to get to know her. I don't see any reason why it would be a bad story.
But
It's okay. And then I'm gonna scoot over to Temperance and I'll be like, "It's okay, darling. Panton's had some issues with that as well. It's you can tell us."
I don't mean to give a tragic childhood story. There was a group of people that came into my village when I was still young, and they promised the village wealth and prosperity, and part of that deal was all the young women had to be married, and I refused, and I was treated as a witch, and there you go. That's it. That's all. There were handcuffs. I'm fine. Everything is fine.
How old were you?
From the age of 11 to 14.
I couldn't imagine a worse prison than getting married at age 11. Poor thing.
Don't worry, I wasn't. That was the problem.
Yeah.
This might seem a little callous to ask, but you said that you were handcuffed, believed to be a witch, but are you not a witch?
That's a very good point. You speak as if you're not.
Was this power something that you acquired after the fact, or have you always had this source of power?
Later.
What are you rolling for, Ira?
I was just a little nervous about our priest here being a priest of Helm and possibly having a witch.
Oh,
The witch.
It's just kind of like casually.
I mean, we have a fire going. It's that's just the way it goes.
Guys, if you study hard enough, you can learn magic. That's how I learned. I read and tried and practiced a lot to learn just a little bit of magic to help Panton. And Panton was born with it. Is he a witch? Does having magic make you a witch?
No, it really comes down to where you draw your powers from. Whether it's from an evil deity or say for instance the hags here in Barovia. They would be considered witches.
That's fair. They're awful. Bria, do you eat children?
Bria.
Sorry, Temperance.
Bria does not eat children, and neither does Temperance.
Does Temperance eat children?
I don't eat children. How could I do something like that?
The hags.
It's a long story.
When we first
Yeah.
arrived, they would cook children and sell them as pies, and it
Yeah,
was
our
awful.
former priest kind of had a tasting for the pies, and it's kind of unsettling, kind of.
But
Well, I mean, as
but
far
we
as
tried
I'm
to stop
concerned,
them.
as far as I'm
Really,
concerned,
them give
you've been
people
helping
like me
us.
a bad name.
So
Did you inherit your fashion sense from the village that you came from?
That also came later.
well, Bria, you've been nothing but nice. Well, except for the
Temperance.
fireball.
Temperance.
God damn it. Very tired. Temperance, you've been nothing but nice to us except for the fireball, which I know was an accident. So I'm gonna believe that you are not an evil witch. If you are a witch, I think you're a good one.
Can I
She's
sleight
a
of
good witch.
Just Glinda over here hanging out.
Can you sleight of hand what?
I want to try to cast Detect Thoughts.
On who?
Temperance.
Okay. Does Detect Thoughts have, like, somatic?
Yeah, what's the component to Detect Thoughts?
It is.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
yeah, it's actually all of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's so. Yeah, go ahead and do a sleight of hand.
Before I do it, like I'll pretend like I'm like gathering the rope. I'll like have Rigsby come back and dismiss Rigsby. I'm also like doing the ritual stuff.
Okay.
So I'll try to do it like
Like a
in
Zam.
between all that on the side.
Yeah. What's your passive perception?
Temperance.
That's not great. It's 12.
Okay. What save does she need to make to detect the thoughts?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Well, with Detect Thoughts, it's got 2 levels. If he just casts the spell, he can listen to surface thoughts. If he wants to probe deeper, then she's got to make the save. So he could hear just kind of what's on the top of her head right now without having to do the save.
Okay. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's hear what the surface thoughts are though first.
Surface thoughts are, I really don't want to be talking about this right now, and I need to find a way to get out of this conversation.
Can I just put that on anybody now, or is that?
Yeah.
I can
you
just
can
target
you can
one
change
person?
your focus whenever you want. Yeah.
What about Asterius?
Asterius, what are your surface
Sorry.
thoughts?
Sorry, I was
You're
totally
alright.
zoned out
That's
there.
okay.
What are my surface thoughts just towards the whole temperance thing?
Yeah.
For the most part, there's nothing inherently like, oh, I'm gonna burn this person or anything like that. There's definitely a sense of apprehension in the sense of like, well, if they are a witch, what patron is here? Like, that's more so the surface thoughts of like, okay, there's a sense of apprehension, but not hostility. Just, oh, okay. Best keep an eye on that, just in case something goes wrong here.
Okay. Hearing that, can I delve deeper to see if there what sort of fears maybe underlie Temperance? And if you want Temperance, you
Delve
can just-
deeper on me.
Temperance to
Yeah.
see what she doesn't want to reveal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safe
Yeah,
ones in
make
play.
a wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save.
Oh.
Now,
Womp womp.
yeah.
Mm.
Ah,
How about this? We'll go
It's
ahead and end.
9:30
We'll go
anyways,
ahead and
yeah.
end the session here. But as like an off-screen homework, so you don't have to reveal everything to everyone, you guys can have a Discord conversation revealing whatever it is, those deeper thoughts of that particular thought process. So you can still give the information, Ira, you can still glean it, but not everyone will hear it. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
that's rad.
Awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Thank you guys so much. We'll pick up there in 2 weeks.
All right.